Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. I hope my volume is high enough. So, today I'll be showing you some of my favorite dishes that I've been eating. So, this is lentils. I'm going to be using it to prepare it's like a pudding, or in my place in Nigeria we call it moi moi. So if you're African, hello, hi Denzel. Yeah, so I'll be making lentil moi moi. It's like a pudding. It's yummy. It's a great way to enjoy lentil. And if you're like on a weight loss journey, or um, you're trying to watch what you eat, this is really nice and healthy. It has a whole lot of health benefits. But let me spare you with that. Maybe you can Google it and read it up. So these are ramekin, my ramekins that I'll be using to put the moi moi, and I'll be enjoying it with salmon. Then I'll be preparing it with some bell peppers, some onions, um, some spices. So this is one of my favorite spices. I don't usually use the seasoning cubes, just my preference, because of a whole lot of things which I'm not ready to start um, spilling out and all that. Some salt, some peppers, thyme, and all that. So yeah, the first thing that I'm gonna do is to transfer this. I'm gonna be transferring the lentil into my blender. So this lentil, I soaked it since morning. I'm supposed to soak it overnight, but I soaked it like first thing in the morning. And I think the reason you soak it is to avoid any form of bowel disturbance. Like some people complain that when they eat beans, it disturbs their stomach. So soaking it is actually a good way to make it less gassy. So I soaked it since morning, and I feel it's almost like overnight. So yeah, this is the lentil. I'm transferring it into the blender. I think I'm gonna move the ramekin plates. One thing about this is it's gonna stick on your hands. Hello, please let me know where you're watching from. So I'm just gonna go ahead and transfer it into the blender, after which I'll add my bell peppers and add my spices and blend it together. Then I will transfer it to the ramekin, and I'll be steaming it, kind of steaming. So it's called lentil moi moi. It's like a pudding. It's a great way to enjoy your lentil. If you're looking for a recipe to try, it's quite easy. So I'll be using some oil. You can use olive oil, but I'll be using palm oil. So I'm kind of like adding like a Nigerian kind of, the moi moi is a Nigerian meal. No, I'm Nigerian, originally from Nigeria, but I live in the US. One thing about this is it's gonna stick to your hands. So I'm almost done. Hello, hi Said. So I'm just transferring the lentil. I think I'm gonna leave this and rinse it off. Grabbing the pieces is actually is a lot of work. So the next thing I'm gonna be adding to this is the blender, my Ninja blender. So I'm gonna be adding the bell peppers. I'm using two. I'm supposed to have two red bell peppers, but I have just one and one orange one, so I'm just gonna use it that way. So if you're new here, I have this my blunt knife that I use. Hold on. So I have this blunt knife that is ugly but is my favorite knife. The reason I use it is because it doesn't cut me anymore. It doesn't hurt me, it doesn't. So I try to use it. I prefer it to other knives. I have a whole set of knives here, but I don't like using them because I'm scared of using them. So I use this, and this knife is actually as old as my marriage. So I'm just gonna go ahead. It's blunt. Yeah, I know a whole lot of you might be wondering why I'm not working out tonight. Trying to make some things, do some food prep. I don't have any more food. Earlier I cooked some vegetable soup. I'm trying to prepare myself for the week so that I don't go about starving. Some onions. Even though I know on Monday is supposed to be a holiday, right? So I'm just gonna remove the peels of the onions, put it in the blender. I'm gonna be blending it with the lentil. This is one of my least favorite things to do, peeling onions, especially the ones that are still kind of brand new. So now that I'm done with the onions, I'm just gonna stay no grid. Hello, you again. So I'm just gonna rinse it off, rinse this off, add it to the blender. Oh, I have this. I know some people blend the bell pepper with the seeds. I don't know how it feels. I haven't tried it. So I'm just gonna rinse this off. So back with the peppers. I'm gonna go and add it to the blender. So this is the lentil. Just gonna break it apart. Hello, where are you watching from? Let me know. Food is good. Guy, you don't even have any other thing to say. This is just your line every single day. Please tap on the video. Tap. Do tap on the video. So I'm making lentil moi moi. You can call it lentil pudding. I'm going to be using ramekins to. Is that how they say it? Ramekins, yeah. So the bell pepper is actually to give it some color and some nice taste. Prove you. Why should I prove you? What do I have to prove? Why do I have to prove a point? I shouldn't have to prove a point to a stranger, someone I don't even know. It's not worth it. I don't know why. I think maybe I would have to. Hello. Hi, Kedu. I think it's high time I add some sensitive words to my stuff. So yeah, for everyone joining, I'm making lentil mono. This is my lentil. I added bell peppers. It's like lentil pudding. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it. Then steam the. Thank you so much. Hi Cam Cloud, thank you for joining. Yes, you can. Please share the video. It would be a great pleasure. Please share the video. Please tap on the video also if you're enjoying it. Thank you. So I'm gonna put this away. So now that I think I will have to add a few more things. Hold on, please. So I'm gonna be adding some. I'm going to use like half cup of water and my blend. So this is actually my measuring cup, but I'm gonna be using like half of it. So I'm going to add this. So I'm going to quickly cover the blender. So one thing about this blender is if you don't cover it properly, it's not gonna blend. So if you want to, do you guys want to come along to the blending? Hey, hello Kelly, who are you from Jamaica? Let me grab my tripod so you guys can see. So here is my blending station. I hope my kids don't think something is happening. Like, so I have a few of my these are like my storage plates that I use for storing food for meal prep. Just gonna go ahead and turn. There's an onions hanging, so I wanted to hold on. So I remember the bowl with the leftover lentil and I decided to quickly add it before I'm done with the blending. Okay, now we can continue. covering his ears. I think I'm making lentil. I'm making lentil moi moi. It's actually like lentil pudding. I'm sorry for the noise. You guys needed to enjoy the noise with me. So I think the blending should be good. I'm gonna quickly move this. I didn't plan to, but I wanted you guys to follow along with the so this is the blended lentil. So it contains lentil, bell pepper, onions, so I'm going to add a few more spices to it before I transfer it to the rankins. Then I'll prepare the salmon. I'm going to be using salmon too. Everyone was covering his ears. He don't like noise. So I'm going to be adding some eggs to give it like more. This is my favorite wooden spoon. Forget about the handle. I'm going to be adding half. Okay. I definitely need to find a way to take this out. 1 teaspoon of thyme. This is thyme. Actually, this is how my spices come. Like, I have them in bottles, nice bottles, but sometimes I just prefer them looking local or more natural. Then ginger, this is actually supposed to be peppers, but I transferred it inside this stuff. I like it a little spicy. Some salt. I usually don't use seasoning cubes. Look at what I use. I use salt and this. So this contains dried onions, black pepper, parsley, mustard, curry, and all that. You can see what it contains, and it doesn't have salt. This is what I prefer to use. I'm going to be adding a whole lot of this. Please don't try what I'm doing at home. It might pour inside the whole food. Actually, this side is better. So let's say I added 2 tablespoons. I will bring the egg I'm usually sensitive to peppers. So this is lentil for anyone who is just joining. Lentil, it contains lentil, bell peppers, onions. I'm making like a lentil pudding. It's called lentil moi moi. I'm originally from Nigeria, so instead of using the regular beans that we use to make moi moi, I'm using lentil for a healthier option. Beans is also healthy, but a more weight control, diet friendly. If you're on a diet, you should try this. Another meal that I'm thinking of making, but I don't know if I would have much time tonight, is quinoa. There's also a way I make my quinoa. It's called Jollof Quinoa. It's like making it with tomatoes, with tomato sauce and all that. It's really tasty. I usually make the quinoa, then I eat it with shrimps. But for this one, I'll be eating it with salmon, but I will just be making the salmon in my air fryer. My salmon. Let me get the egg. So these are my eggs. I'll be adding the eggs. Thank you for everyone tapping on the video. Please, if you haven't, tap on the video if you're enjoying it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and whisk, after which I will taste and see if it's tasty enough, if I like the taste. Then, even though my recipe didn't say it, I don't know if you guys can. Okay, you guys can hardly see me, so I don't know, my recipe hardly says it, but I'm going to add crayfish. Crayfish, if you're Nigerian or African or whatever, crayfish is like a blended dry fish. It's yummy, it makes the food. But whenever it comes to Nigerians, the Igbo tribe, the Eastern tribe, has something for it. We almost add it in everything. Someone says the only place we don't add it is when we're drinking tea. So this recipe doesn't say moi moi. Sorry, crayfish. But if I'm gonna add this fish, then why not just add the crayfish? It gives it like a special taste, a nice taste. Let me see. It tastes good. I think I'll add a little bit of it. So this is my local. So this is the fish. It's just like blended. Should I say blended mackerel or whatever? I'm just going to add a little bit so that it doesn't overpower the taste. I'm going to put my spices away. I've seen it one time I tried putting my spices in a cute container with, like, you know, the way they do it on YouTube. My husband told me that he's not, he doesn't trust the spices because my husband cooks. So he was like, he doesn't trust the spices, that they're not going to taste the same. This guy made me to pour them back into the local old container. You know, the thing that you learned from your grandma. This thing you learned from your grandma, you keep doing it. It becomes I guess when my daughter grows up, she'll keep using the local things. Or she might just want to be posh and use the cute containers, the cute bottles for her spices. So this is the stove top. I'll just add a little water in the pot, transfer the mixture into the ramekins, and steam for about 35 to 45 minutes. Yeah, it's going to be a long cooking time, but while at that, I might make the jollof quinoa, so that I will know that I've made all my dishes today, almost all, even though I wanted to make my okra, but I didn't have enough um it's tasty. I don't have enough spinach. So tomorrow when I get my delivery, I'm going to order some things online so that it will be delivered tomorrow. So I will have some soups. Yeah, I forgot that there's still some of these in the blender. When it comes to making this, you don't want to add so much water. Thank you so much, Kelly. Thank you for the love and the love of God. So now it's time to transfer it to this. So if the last time I used this, am I a teacher? I'm not. I'm just a mom who loves to cook sometimes. I'm trying to make sure that these things are as clean as they were when I washed them. So I used them like a few days ago. So because the last time I cooked it, I didn't oil it, and it was hard to bring it out. It was kind of sticky. So I'm going to apply some. Okay, one thing I didn't add, which I should add, is you can decide to add, in order to give it like a smoother texture, you can add avocado oil. Just 1 tablespoon is okay. But as a Nigerian girl, I will add palm oil because I want it. The more reddish it is, the better. The reddish, the better. That's why I use the yeah, this is just basically oil from the palm oil. I always have my alarm ring. The fact is that I don't even use this alarm anymore, but I still leave it on. Okay. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna put this back since I've already used the palm oil instead of the olive. But if you don't know about the palm, so what I'm going to use this for is to rub on the. Some people use the. You see, it just made it more reddish. You don't want it too watery. You want it like a thick consistency. So if you're the type that likes to fry, maybe one of these days I will try to use it and fry akara. There's something we call akara that is like a dough. Hi, Litty. So this number of pumpkin is going to be too much for this pot. I want them sitting comfortably. So I'm definitely going to be using two pots instead of three. I'm going to add some water to the pot. I will show you guys how I make my salmon. It's quite easy. I make it on my air fryer and it tastes really good. So I'm going to turn on the stove to medium. You don't want the water you don't want it too high so that it doesn't go into the rankings. So since I'm going to be doing the oil rub, I'll just pour it into one of these. I'm supposed to pour it inside the plate. I rub it from there. But I'm not going to do that because I don't like doing dishes. You need help in the kitchen. I'm making too much noise. At least I'm not waking anybody up. My kids are sleeping. My husband is not disturbed, even though he's awake. He knows I'm on a video. Even if my kids hear the noise, they're not going to come out. They know it's already bedtime. That's how they're trained. I think I saw something. So this is a way to prevent it from sticking. I hope I'm not forgetting anything from my dog over here. So now it's time to pour. You don't want to fill it to the brim because it's still going to rise. The last time I filled it so much and it was a whole lot. Bob, thank you for joining. So I've already rubbed on this. I think I might end up cooking it twice. I need to order more of this from Amazon. More of the ramekins. guys, if you're still exploring lentils, you should try this. Please give the video a thumbs up. Tap on the video, tap tap. It's usually very delicious. By the time it will be ready, it looks like a cake. It basically looks like a pudding ball. A little bit different. It's called moi moi. But it's made with lentils. Once I'm done with this, the next thing would be to make the salmon. Hi, KLF. This guy. Let's go. Yeah, you can. It's a very delicious meal. If you try it, you'll be glad you did. There's nothing you can't get. I found the egg that didn't whisk very well. I was wondering what was the long thing in this. So the time is 10:40. We're going to set a timer on when to check it. There's a knitting cover. I don't know where it is. Oh, I found it. Hello. Yeah, I'm making lentils. Lentil moi moi, lentil pudding. You can call it whatever you feel, but it's moi moi. And moi moi is a kind of a Nigerian dish. I'm doing an oil rub. Now we're gonna cover it. Everything didn't fit, so that means maybe later on, but that's not what you guys wouldn't have to watch me do this. I still have one, but it's not gonna fit in the pot. Now we go ahead and cover. This pot has been through a whole lot. This is what it looks like. I'm going to put this away for now. So I don't spill my precious avocado oil. set a timer with my other phone. It's stopwatch actually. For 45 minutes, some people can do 35 depending on the quantity, but I choose to, for 45 minutes is the ideal. You have to also watch the water so that it doesn't dry up. So up to the salmon. Married. They are married. Claire. Hi. Please tap on the video. So I bought the pre-sealed ones. So I only need 300 grams of this for. So this meal that I just made is going to be a 4 days meal. 5 days, actually 5 days. And each time I serve it, I'm supposed to serve it with, so I serve like 2 of the ramekins with 1 salmon. That's like a breakfast, what it's supposed to be, or like a lunch, but it's a breakfast that it's supposed to be. So this fish says is a total of each portion size is 170, which means it's a little high. I'm supposed to take 100 grams per time, so I will do like a little cotton. My kids love salmon, everybody loves salmon, so I'm just going to prepare extra. Anybody that wants to eat it can go ahead and eat it. So I'm not going to prepare everything, that's what we need. So how I usually do it, I should have brought this out earlier, but I forgot that I was going to make this. We still have some leftover salmon. But this is mine, so I'm doing my meal prep. The only person that eats with me is my husband, but the kids have never tried this lentil, but they eat one like with beans. So the next thing I do is to bring a flat plate. It could be a bowl, it could be whatever. I'm gonna rinse the fish, even though it's already prepared. Hi, G. So I bring out some of this, which is my favorite spice. Like I said, I don't use seasoning cubes, so this is what I use. I use either this or this. Hello, hi Sina. Happy birthday. I wish you many blessed years and sound health. May God continue to bless you and keep you safe. In Jesus' name, amen. So this one or this is what I use. So I pour out a little bit, which is like an equivalent of 1 tablespoon. It already has ginger and garlic, but I'm still gonna add. Ginger. So this is what it's looking like. It's still if the water is drying up, I need to add a little, but it's still there's still a lot. Add some peppers. Add some curry. Of course, we're gonna be adding some. Where's my salt? It's missing. Add some salt. Mix everything. This might be a little smaller than mine. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm going to put this under running water and just rinse it up. So now when I do that, where am I from? What time is it there? I'm in the US, I'm in the DMV, and it's almost 10. It's like 10 minutes to 10. Let me bring my air fryer beans. I'm gonna go ahead and place it in here. I heard that using things in the air fryer is PM in the evening. Yeah, I heard using things in the air fryer is not safe health-wise. So I haven't been using the what do you call the paper? I still have it. What paper? The white paper. What is it called again? I also have the foil. This is me trying not to have the whole lot of the stuff on it. I think think I got the perfect amount. I'm checking out your stream while I do. Like, how do you get so many viewers? So some of these people, hi Church Chili, some of these people have been watching my live. I think it has to do with consistency. Some of them are familiar faces. They know I go live. They know when I walk out. So I've been walking out daily, even though I didn't do one today because I'm cooking. So I usually walk out on the treadmill, and sometimes I inform them ahead of time. Other times, I just think when it comes to showing up, a whole lot of people here, some of them I don't know them. But I just feel it's YouTube promoting my video because I've been doing this, like I go live almost every day. The reason I go live every day is because I walk out and sometimes I cook. Yeah, I just think it's consistency. So this is what it looks like. I will move the camera so that you can see how I fry it. Let me quickly wash my hands. One more tip that I will share: when you start your live, even if it's just you talking, keep talking. For the first 5 minutes, you may not see anybody on your live. Still keep talking. Keep doing your thing. This is me. I'm gonna move this out. So I'm using just one bean. This one is empty. I'm not cooking anything here. I put it in the air fry. Then for the time, it's on 20. This is what it looks like. I don't want to put the other one here, so I just packed it. So back to the lentil that we're making. So when you're doing your live, just keep talking. Even if you're not seeing anybody, talk like you're saying. Keep saying hi, keep saying hello. Even if it's just one person, talk to the person like you have a whole lot of people on your live. Then also, if you can schedule your live and post it, you know, when you schedule your live, it goes on your posts, the post section of your page. If you have subscribers, they might see it and know that you usually go on live. So the water is almost dry. I'm gonna add more water. This is what it's looking like. It's cute, right? So I told you, it looks like pudding. It's yummy. That is the difference. Let me add a little more. The reason I'm not using an additional pot is because I don't have enough ramekins to make the rest of the lentil pudding. So I'm just gonna wait for this to be done. Probably transfer it. So this is the only one I have. I need to order more on Amazon. I did order this on Amazon. So they have two types. I think the one I ordered, they said they have ceramic and they have one other one and all that. Let me move the split on this. This is 30. This is 80. So we have, look at the timer. Oh, yeah, so this. what I need to make the the quinoa. Onions, minced garlic. Actually, I don't need much, and it wouldn't even take much time. It doesn't even take up to 20 minutes to make. Let me bring my quinoa. So this is the quinoa I use. Yeah, I'm gonna have a whole lot of food in my refrigerator. So this is the quinoa I use. It's organic. I try to get most things organic as much as I can. The rest, I get what I can find and leave it to the hands of God for my safety. So for this, I need just, yeah, I have like a recipe. 1.5 cups. So this is my bowl. So the rest of the 30 minutes we have, we're gonna use it to make something else. While we wait, instead of just folding my arms. So if you've never seen or eaten quinoa that everybody is talking about, this is what it looks like. Is a power food. Is good if you're watching your sugar, if you want a lot of protein and all that. This is it. Like it's a powerhouse food. Like it's so good. I'm doing 1.5. I have a measuring cup for half, but I'm not gonna bring it out. Like I said, I don't like washing so many things. So this is lentil and this is quinoa. So the next thing is to wash it thoroughly. Hello. Thank you so much for everyone watching. Please tap on the video. Tap. Give it a thumbs up. Our lentil is almost ready. You know, the ones closer to the heat look better. If my mom was here, she would have been like, let that food cook. Let it cook. Stop checking it. I'm gonna wash it like three times. So this is the quinoa. Yeah, if you may need to like read about it to see how good it is. If you don't really like eating rice, if you're worried about eating rice, gaining a whole lot of weight, your sugar being high, trying to find the right thing, this might be it for you. Actually, this is it for me. Since I found it, I hardly eat rice. Each time I eat rice is a different story. I'm just washing the quinoa. Yeah, I'm just so glad that when it comes to this, you don't have to pick it and you don't have to like worry about stones. If not, it wouldn't have been one of my favorites anymore because it's too tiny to actually pick. So now that this is done, I've washed it. This is what it looks like. The next thing we need is some fuel. So if you're familiar with stew or you're African, you're Nigerian, so this is stew. It's actually made from tomatoes, tomato paste or fresh tomatoes. You blend it, you add spices, you add some seasoning cubes if you like it. Then you use it for rice, for yam, for potatoes, for all that. So it's basically like tomato mixture with pepper and all that. So this is the stew. I'm going to be using it to prepare this into like a jollof. I don't know what to call the jollof. The jollof is going to be like, let me grab some onions, some garlic, olive oil, salt, pepper, thyme, curry, curry. Let me move this away. Thyme curry. The fish is almost ready. Thyme curry, bay leaf, this should be it. So it's the onions that is just left. No much chopping or blending. It's just everything we need is here. Let me put this back. So this is the quinoa that I washed. pots that we'll be using. Uh-oh. I think I'll be adding more water again. It's actually better to be adding more water gradually than pouring in a whole lot of water. You see how it's looking? For everyone who has been watching, thank you so much, and for the patience too, thank you. Actually, we have 19 more minutes until it's ready. So I've covered it. Let's go check on our fish before we start the quinoa jollof. The quinoa. Told you, this is the yummiest salmon you can ever try. I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna flip the ones down so that they can cook properly. I like it a little crunchy. And there is 5 more minutes left. Trying. The reason I'm putting the camera on my chest is because I don't want to show a whole lot. So I'll rinse the pot and start this. I'll cut the onions, my least favorite thing to do. But grateful for my blunt knife, my blunt broken knife. Before you come for me, for anyone that would say, go grab a new knife. This is my knife set, complete knife set. And no, I don't need a new knife set. The day this part got broken, I cried like a baby here. Because this is my favorite knife. I have sentimental attachments to this knife because it was a gift. All peeled. So I'm gonna go ahead and chop my onions. So our onions is ready. We are making quinoa with some stew base. And what else? My garlic. How many garlic do I need? I need 2 garlic cloves. Just 2. We don't want it too garlicky. We will be testing all garlic. Please tap on the video. Tap on my video if you haven't. And thank you so much for everyone watching. Yeah, this should be fine. So I have some of these that are blended. I usually blend some ginger, some garlic, and store them in the freezer. I use them to make the stew. So there is blended garlic here. So that's why I don't want to add too much. I wish there was a way every one of you could try the meal. You would, like, I'm not saying I'm the best cook, but the food will be so delicious, especially this and the salmon. The salmon is really, I can tell you that I make the best salmon. Even like I have a whole lot of people who have said it, that my salmon tastes good. I just don't cook. There are some places I would go to, they just present their salmon and just salt. I'm like, come on, man. Salmon is food, you should season it. The air fryer is off. The salmon, the 20 minutes is all gone. Even though I plan to flip the fish, but I can do that later. So we have 12 more minutes for this to be ready. I'm gonna wash this. So rinse the pots. I'm gonna rinse the pot. I'm trying to put it in a way that you guys can still see it. What the hell is going on? We are cooking. We're making, right now we're making quinoa, and this is lentil. And if you want to try a new recipe, I bet you're on the right page. It's time for you to try something. washed this because I'll be using it. I'm trying to chop this. Trying to make sure there's nothing close to the pot that will melt. Now it's time to cook. Hello. So some oil. Uh-oh. So I'm frying the onions. So when it comes to like the amount of onions to use, you can just use a small onions or 2/3 cup, you know, like a smaller cup. Not this size, this is actually a cup. Something a little bigger than this should, like 2/3 cup of onions. So the interesting thing about this measuring cup, I got it from Amazon. It stays together. It has magnets. Even this one. It's not gonna fall off. I like that it can help to like keep it together. Yeah, I think this is nicely fried. We have 4 more minutes and this will be ready. So I'm gonna be adding my spices. my spice that I use. So let's say this is 2 tablespoons. A teaspoon of curry. Some peppers. Some thyme. Some salt. There's something I'm not adding. I'll add some bay leaves. I added just 3. Let me grab a cup for so when I was saying like the amount of cup you use for the onions. So we're trying to prepare like a stew base for the quinoa. Excuse me. Of course, if you were here when I started, you know, I mentioned that I'm going to add crayfish to everything, though not too much. I've added salt, I've added pepper, I might add a little more salt. So now I'm going to add some water. This is just 12 seconds left. Then I'm gonna add 3 cups of water to this. We're done with this. Our lentil is ready. Come on, man. Look at how nice this looks. Ouch. I'm supposed to wear this. My hand, my cooking utensils. Sometimes I don't just enjoy wearing it. You see how it looks? I told you it looks like puddings. I'm gonna take this off. I don't feel comfortable. It looks so good. So it's usually soft when so this is a knife. We're gonna use it to try it. It's still soft. When it gets cool, it gets stronger. This is yummy. So if you want to see it, this is what it looks like. If you've tried moi moi before, you know that this is giving all the moi moi vibes, but made with lentils. So if you've never eaten lentil moi moi, next time you should check it out. It's ready. So once it gets cooler, it becomes more solidified, and should I say the consistency will be stronger, a little, not too strong, but still soft enough. See how it feels. This is delicious. I love it. It's tastier than the last one I made. So I'm going to go ahead and add 3 cups of water. Then we add 1 cup. 3 cups. 3 cups. So this is for, I'm going to move this so I would feel more comfortable. I would let this boil, after which I would add this. This is the quinoa. So it's basically the way you cook rice. I'm going to add the minced garlic. I'm going to put the rest of your stew in the bread. What if I told you that for me the most stressful part of this is splitting the food? So I'm gonna cover this. Once the sauce is boiled, we'll add this. Hello, thank you so much for everyone watching. Please give it a thumbs up. This knife has no business here. what I'm gonna do is that I will transfer some of this into the plate so that I can use it to cook the rest of the so you see how it looks. It's actually very hot. I'm supposed to let it cool a little bit before I transfer. The reason I'm transferring it is because I need more of the ramekins. I still have like some that I didn't cook yet. I guess when it comes to ramekins, even the oiling doesn't even do much. I think I'll be needing 4 of this. So this is actually going to be like a serving. So I'll transfer this. Hello. Why am I cooking at 10 at night? Because I'm trying to be done with a whole lot of cooking. This is actually the the third meal I'm making this evening. I made a vegetable soup. One thing about this is that it sticks almost everywhere. Hello. I'm gonna rinse this off. I'm going to cover it for the next 20. I almost broke my rampage. I guess you guys heard the sound. So this is the, so I need to empty one more. The cooler it gets, the firmer it becomes. So I'm going to quickly remove this ones. So that I can pour the new ones in. This is the lentil one, the pudding. So this is the emptied liver. I'm not gonna wash them. Like I said, I don't have that much time. So this is the quinoa cooking. It does swell up. Going to cover this. So this is what I'm doing. I know the oil isn't really going to make a difference because I oiled this ones and I still have to use a spoon to bring them out. This is the leftover lentil momo. What am I cooking? I'm making, this is lentil moi moi. Hi Jonas, this is lentil moi moi and this is quinoa. I already have some salmon that I made in the air fryer. What I'm doing is wrong. I'm not supposed to make this in the pot. So I'll add some water to the pot for the steam. You know, these ones are going to cook very well. You know why? Because they're leveled and it's just the four of them. So for breakfast I usually have so I make breakfast smoothie. In my smoothie I have spinach. Let me try to show you guys a little of my face. Thank you for tapping on the video. So in the breakfast smoothie I have spinach, 1 cup of spinach, um two-third cup of flaxseed. I have mangoes, frozen mango. I have about a cup of frozen mango, um 50 grams of banana, um, no sugar, yogurt, zero sugar yogurt. I will show you the type I use. Then What else do I add? Almond milk. Some almond milk and a cup of water. That's what I use. So I have that for breakfast. Then some days I have fried egg, avocado toast. That's like two fried eggs, two slices of whole grain bread, and and 150 grams of avocado. Let me get this. Then other days I have um veggie wrap. So in the veggie wrap I have two fried eggs. So my diet is mostly protein based and less carbs. So this is the yogurt I use. The fudge. I don't know. Faye. They said it's pronounced as faye. I think they said it here. Faye. This is the yogurt I use. It's all natural, no fat Greek strained yogurt. That's what I use for. So the quinoa is almost ready. You can see that it has swollen when you use the heat. So this is my quinoa. I usually have it with peppered shrimp. I've turned off the heat. Just want to let it simmer a little bit. Then this is the flaxseed that I use. The flaxseed I use, the chukoko. So this is the quantity I add to the smoothie. So I have 1 cup of yogurt, okay, 1/4, 1/4 of flaxseed. Then I use two boiled eggs, two boiled eggs, two boiled eggs. This 1 cup of spinach, 1 cup of almond milk, organic almond milk. Then some mango, 1 cup of mango, 50 grams of banana, and that's it. Then I blend it together with a cup of water, and breakfast is served. Then some days I do the scrambled eggs. I do 3 scrambled eggs with spinach, with um, I think this cup of bell pepper, this cup of bell pepper, um, spinach, tomatoes, all made together with 1 slice of bread. My meals are usually like For dinner, yeah, you guys don't need to watch this to get ready. Then for dinner, I usually have, sometimes I have tilapia fish with one roasted, um, one roasted green plantain, like a ripe plantain, green plantain. Plantain shouldn't exceed 150 grams of plantain. So I weigh it. I have like a nice weighing scale that I use for almost everything. The reason I didn't weigh some of these things is because I already know like the number of spoons and all that. So I do tilapia fish, fried tilapia fish with one plantain. Some nights I do cabbage stir fry or beef stir fry, depending on what I have for dinner. Yeah, I have some yummy meals. This one is gonna cook like the other ones. I think I'll time it, then get ready to go to bed. Do some washing. Yeah, thank you so much for every one of you watching, tapping. So I'll go ahead and portion this. I will show you how I portion it. Okay, let me just quickly show you how I portion it. Actually, this is supposed to be 5 portions. This is 5 portions of quinoa. I will be having it with, I'll be having this quinoa with, this is how it looks. So I'll be having this quinoa with pepper shrimps. I'll make the pepper shrimps maybe tomorrow. Just shrimps, you add pepper, you add bell pepper and all that, and cook it. It's a little spicy. That's it. Let me quickly grab my plates. So I'm going to be using this. Just quickly mix it. Sometimes I struggle to have a lot of plates. So yeah, this is quinoa, this is lentil mama, this is quinoa. Usually I use my measuring cup, but I'm just going to try to be accurate with this one. This is one. This is two. This is three. This is four. You can be wondering how is this gonna be enough, because I'm going to be having it with something else. So this is not just going to be like a portion and all that. I'm going to be having it with something else. You know that excitement when you have a lot of food that you've already made? That's the excitement I have, because this afternoon I was hungry, but I was thinking of what to eat. I think the first two were a little too big. Yeah, this is my 5 empty pots. Like having food for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Because our yummy salmons that we made. Some yummy salmons. So yummy it looks. So I'm going to be pairing it with the lentil that I made. Let me show you the lentil. I told you that once it's cold, it gets very solid, like more solid. The next thing will be to find spots. Hey, you from Kenya? Nice to have you here. I'm in the US. I'm in the DMV area. So a portion for this is going to be like 2 of this. I need to put this away. The flaxseed I was telling you guys about. See how this one looks? It has the egg in it. And I think now that I've let it get cool, it's actually moving out from the ramekin. I think maybe I wasn't patient enough the first time. It's probably because I needed to make this ones. My home smells like I'm having a party. Yeah, these are some of the ones I transferred into the plates. So I'm gonna go ahead, cover this until I make the shrimp. Oopsies. The water has dried out. I'm gonna find a place and transfer my cover for this, but I can't. I don't know why. Let me quickly. Let me quickly grab something to store this. So I'm going to be storing this. My salmon. Thank you so much for everyone that is liking the video. This is the interesting part of the meal prep. Finding a place for every food. I'm gonna put this in the fridge. Usually make lamb chop salad. Just like use my air fryer, make the lamb, then leafy vegetables, tomatoes, and all that. I have this for dinner. Maybe tomorrow or next I could make it. So sometimes it's lamb, sometimes it's tilapia, but this one is supposed to be like 2 portions. Yeah, I think this is supposed to be like 2 portions. So I have it lamb salad. The meat is 2 times. I use the green leafy vegetables and I have it for dinner. Yeah, I guess I'll have to find something else to transfer this since I can't find the cover. This one is just 11 minutes left. Apart from So I've packed everything else. The only thing left is this, apart from doing dishes. Why do these ones look more swollen than the previous ones I made? What happened? Is it that I didn't cook them with enough heat, or something happened? These ones are actually so that is it. Um, I was trying to find the plates for the one that I made. I'm just gonna go ahead and transfer it. I'm just gonna, yeah, so this is my quinoa, my jollof quinoa. It was made with tomato sauce. I'm just doing meal prep. I'm trying to store it. And this is my lentil. This is my lentil moi moi. Yeah, apart from doing the dishes now, which is one of my least favorite things to do, was a successful night. I made vegetable soup made with kale, spinach, different veggies. I made vegetable soup with beef. I made the moi moi lentil. I made lentils like it's like pudding, lentil moi moi. Then I made the quinoa jollof. I made it with tomato sauce. So I made salmon. So I made quinoa jollof, lentil moi moi, which some of them are still in the pot cooking. This is like the second batch. Then I made vegetable soup. Some people might call it sauce, but it's actually vegetable soup. I'll be eating it with oat swallow, blended oats, 150 grams of oats, and a big portion. The soup is actually big. Let me show you what it looks like. It's so yummy. So when it comes to the soup is the meal. The oat is the side. So this is the vegetable sauce that I made. I made it this afternoon before I started it. This evening actually. I finished around 6 p.m. So this is the vegetable, the mixed vegetables soup. So this would be my typical afternoon meal. Then for evening I usually eat salads. The lamb, I will make the lamb chop salad. I'll make lamb, then I would use it to like eat some green salads. Then for the moi moi lentil is the breakfast. So two of the ramekins with one portion of salmon. One portion of the salmon that I made. That's what it is for breakfast. Or I could do my smoothie, or I can do my parfait, I can do my avocado toast. I think tomorrow I'll be doing avocado toast. 2 slices of bread, 150 grams of avocado, and 2 fried eggs. That's how I do it. Sometimes I do the scrambled eggs, but this is my first time of preparing my vegetable sauce this way, and I love it. My vegetable soup this way, and I love it. It's so delicious. It's a little bit spicy. I added some peppers, bell peppers, habanero. I added 2 habaneros, so it's a little bit spicy. So the time is up. We are done with the lentil moi moi. We are done with all the cooking, everything. I've tidied up my spots. I'll let this breathe. I'm thinking of, should I leave the washing this night, or I don't want my husband waking up to a whole sink full of plates and pots. He enjoys doing the dishes, but he's not gonna look like I intentionally did this, and you're taking someone for granted simply because the person enjoys doing it. He's the one that helps me with the dishes. He doesn't mind, but I don't want him feeling taken for granted. Like I had a whole lot that I cooked, and I left every single blender, everything. So this is the lentil moi moi that I cooked. It looks so yummy. So when it gets cool, it's more it's kind of more solid. I'm just gonna let this one sit here while I do the dishes, but for now this is us calling it a night. Thank you so much for every one of you that joined. Ahmed, that watched from Kenya. Siri was asking what I was cooking, but I think I didn't see it immediately he typed. Yes, so like I mentioned, I made lentil moi moi, I made quinoa jollof, I made vegetable soup, and I made salmon. So I made 4 things this evening within a space of 2 hours. Jonas, thank you for watching. Knut, thank you. Tracy, I usually go through the names to give a shout out. People think it might be a whole lot of work, but I don't mind. I enjoy doing it. Thank you, Hot Chili Man. I wish you all the best in your life. Like I said, keep being consistent, keep doing your thing. You will truly have your subscribers that show up, that come to cheer you on. And also, if you can announce your lives ahead of time, it would really go a long way to help you kind of keep your subscribers anticipated and waiting for your life. Why is this bread? The bread, I don't know if it's because I'm cooking close to this place or 10:14. When is 10:14? And I need to put it in the refrigerator. So I think I would have to refrigerate the bread. 10:14, best by 10:14. That means the rest needs to go to the fridge. So yes, announce your, like, you want to stream it, kind of schedule it on time. Maybe sometimes I schedule 30 minutes, sometimes I schedule 20 minutes before time, sometimes I schedule 2 hours before time. I try to like show up as much as I can. I usually work out daily. My hair is a mess. I work out daily. I try to stay fit. I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm only trying to maintain my weight. So I do 30 minutes to 1 hour on the treadmill daily. But today I didn't because of the cooking. But now that I have enough meal, that means I don't have an excuse. Except I'm not feeling too great. Like yesterday, I did a lot of shopping. I went to the store. I went to Burlington and I bought a whole lot of things for my kids. I'm trying to prepare them for winter and also for spring. So I buy some things in advance, and I bought a few things also for my parents, even though they don't live in the same state. So but I plan to like send it over. So so after walking around and having a whole lot of appointments, I was tired, so I couldn't. Standing on the treadmill would be like a whole lot of job. So I decided not to show up yesterday. That was why I didn't. But for today, I cooked, and by tomorrow, you guys should be seeing me on the treadmill, especially after eating all this moi moi, all this lentil, quinoa, veggies, salmon. I would definitely need to work out. For everyone watching, please tap on the video. Let's get the like to 10 before we go to bed. So yeah, that's it. That's my little tip for Hot Chili Man. Kelly, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Sina. Thank you, Hage. Thank you, Claire. You said chef married. Yeah, I'm married with kids. My kids are actually upstairs. I'm sure the whole house is smelling of food. Anyone that comes here would think I'm having a party with the way the house is smelling. It smells good. I'm actually hungry, just that I shouldn't be eating by this time. So I'm gonna just drink water and go to bed. So Careless Islanders, Bob. If I didn't say your name correctly, please pardon me. LTY, Khalif, Amin, thank you so much. Hoshi, Amin is like the guy that was asking of my life. Amin has been one of my great supporters on here. I still have a whole lot of others. Even Adi, she has her channel. Sometimes I go to like give her a shout out too, but I haven't been consistent, and I know I need to do better. So yeah, so at some point you have people that will show up, come back to your life because they enjoy your content. Kelly, Calm. Well, I mean, it was actually fighting someone off. Yeah, the guy is always writing things every single time on my life about someone being gay and all that. But that's by the way. There are some comments I don't respond to during my lives. especially if it has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. If it's not edifying, if it's not going to bring anyone joy, I try not to talk about it. Staying off grid, you're always showing up and saying things, but by the way, thank you for always showing up, even though it's off topic that you say sometimes. Calm Cloud, thank you for wishing me a great day and wishing me peace. Thank you. Thank you so much for Saeed. Thank you for Nathat. Thank you for Denzel. Denzel has been amazing. Even sometimes he moderates, like to make sure the room is calm and the people are not saying things. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I didn't even know how to do the moderator thing. He was the one that taught me how to like click. I hope I still remember what he taught me the other day, so that maybe some of the time he can or somebody else can help me. Nata said, am I Indian? No, I'm Nigerian originally, but I live in the US. Thank you so much for every one of you. Do have a great night. See you tomorrow. And yes, see you tomorrow. I hope to be on time. 8:30-ish. I should be walking out. Latest. I'm hoping not to keep it till 9, but I want to do 8:30 tomorrow, so that we can have enough time to like do the treadmill and also maybe do some weights. Do have a great night, everybody. Happy Sunday in advance. Have a great weekend. And also, Monday is a holiday, but I don't think it is for the kids. But I'm excited. Do you know why? When they go to school, I have to breathe. I do love my kids. I miss them so much, but sometimes these kids can ask you for 1 million things in 1 second. But it's going to be an interesting time because my husband and I will be on holiday, so that means we can do like fun things together as a couple while the kids are at school. So it's actually like basically having someone babysit them at school or keep them busy at school while we spend time as a couple at home while we are not working, because we work from home too. Yeah, thank you so much for everyone. Do have a great night. Bye.